We live and direct. We got no nah, I do not. No, not right now. I do not. 1 minute. So, good morning to the internet sphere and all that. It's Heyward CPA Live. We're in the building. I'm in Studio B today. Take a little different take. Might be here for a couple of episodes because we're trying to fix some stuff up. Studio A. So, happy November. Happy November to everybody. To everybody out there, welcome to November. We're almost at the end of the year. Wow. Can you believe it? 2023 about to be over. And we have gone through 10 months of business stuff. We coming to the close. And would you believe 10 months of business stuff and we still have the audio issues? It just happens. But anyway, hey, say hello in the chat. Give us some shout outs. You got any questions or something? Today we're gonna get into a very interesting topic. The mental aptitude of being in business was something that we cover a lot, even though we're an accounting firm and we do all the things, the bookkeeping, the taxes, and all that. Often it's a challenge for owners, the mental impact, which is what we try to do. As you see, our co-host there, this is like real life. Like, this is a day in the life of an entrepreneur. Something going down. I got to figure it out. I got to fix it. So what's going on here? So we're here today to talk about that. So good morning to all people coming into the chat. Into the broadcast. It's very good. We just popped in today. We didn't schedule it. Probably got more people on Facebook because I scheduled on Facebook the last 2 times and they had it as private. I don't understand what's going on, but that's fine. So while Kory works on his sound here, I'm going to start it off. Last episode, we talked about what you're doing. Nah, not yet. Not yet, homie. Nah. It's like, what are you doing? And the premise of that show was about figuring out, what your business course is. What are you doing? And the reason I asked that question is because you'll find yourself at various times in your business experience wondering, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? When you have paid payroll and you don't have any money for yourself, you say, I don't understand what I'm doing, but I know I'm drawn to it, but I don't know why I'm doing this. What the heck this is about. So you can check that episode out to go into all that. But today, we want to take it a step further and say, look, should I be doing this? Now, I think that's an important question to ask yourself. Should you be doing it? Should you be in business for yourself? That's a great question. Because because if you're in your business for yourself, your mic may not work, and then he's gonna come back in with us. He'll be back in a second. But you have to ask yourself, should I be in business for myself? Should I? Not if, can I, would I, do I wish to? Should I be in business for myself? So that's what, it's a sensitive topic for many because, it's like, got kicked out. Yo.
Yo.
You loud and clear now. What happened?
Yeah, I just did a quick reset real quick.
Okay, yeah, because it was popping off.
You know what I mean?
Next thing you know, I was out the game. I was like, yo, what happened? Yo, you came in like a hurricane. You know
Hurricane Floyd.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was just getting it started. So, I was talking about if you should. I was just parlaying off of, well, I guess, I don't know if you could have heard.
Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah, so, legit question. Should you be doing it? Should you? And it's a boss question, because you got to ask yourself, if you're doing something, even if you stick with a business, you got to make decisions that's kind of absolute, or you got to make decisions. You got to make decisions with being able to deal with the circumstances. So my question is, like, if you find yourself, you've had a great idea. The nexus of these things is always, I have a great idea, so I'm going to start a business with it.
Mm-hmm.
Most popular way for it to go. I'm going to start a business. My question to you, and not you specifically, but just to the listening audience, is that what point do you know that it's not for you? When you decide, when you overcome your ego and your pride, to be like, this ain't it. I ain't built for this.
Diffusion of innovation, right? So you got some early adopters that'll go, not for me. You have some early adopters that'll go, I think I can handle it. And then as you move up the scale to pressure points, I think that's where you get a chance to see, because there's some people, I mean, it's a mixed bag. Some people go, I can handle it. And then they get to that point, to a certain part of the mountain, and it's like, this is not going to work for me, right? And then you got some of those that say, I don't think I could be an entrepreneur, business owner. And they fall right into it, and they just adapt and adjust, and they excel.
Yeah.
That's some of those. That's some of those off numbers, right?
Yeah.
Except outside of the ones that go, am I really going to do this or not?
Yeah. So I would add to that it's a daily operation.
Yeah.
Because I believe you can grow to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because we talk about growth a lot, so you can grow from 0 to 1. On the stage on it. Like, some people, whether it be nature or nurture, may have a natural inclination to running, starting and running the business, or they get lucky.
Right.
They just get lucky. But I feel like you can learn. And what I don't mean learn, take business courses and something like that. I'm talking about how you learn to become or whatever. I got my 3 slot things, whether you self-employed, business owner, entrepreneur. You learn how to be the best in whichever slot you decide to pick up.
Mm-hmm.
So if you slide, if you self-employed, you really good. And I'm gonna be saying this ad nauseum because I think it's important for people to understand, at least from the lexicon where we coming from. Self-employed, you're a technician, you're very good at your technical skill. You monetize your technical skill. I don't know why landscaping always comes. You're a great landscaper.
Mm-hmm.
You go out there, you do it. Boom, you charge people. You got it. So you might even have another cat running another crew. You're doing that, but out there, like you know what I'm saying? You still, you may go from cutting the grass to trimming. You only trim now. You come in, like you still put your hands in the mix. You're self-employed in our definition. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Self-employed. Business owner, you more so like, hey, I got different crews. I'm out here. I manage part of it. I might go do the sales. I might, boom. I find more people do stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You own the business. You do it. You manage. You own and manage your business. I mean, and that's kind of where the roles kind of mesh on the entrepreneur thing. You know what I'm saying? But you're doing it. The way I leave it out there is like, you got a good company, you're building it. A lot of people as contractors, government contractors, they small business owners, they own business like that.
Right.
Entrepreneurship, by definition, is about taking something, be it an idea or something, and growing it to be something
viable. Right.
But it's not about the bread.
No.
Entrepreneurship is not about
it's about solving a problem.
Solving a problem. It's like, so we doing the same thing. So now I'm into land, but I'm trying to find, and it doesn't even have to be super exotic. Now I'm gonna do those landscaping services, but we have a specialized procedure to help people with trouble where they can't grow grass. They can't grow grass. So either I'm going to come up with this proprietary blend of seeds and a method that we do it, and we sell, it's some extra. It's all about doing a lawn and cutting the grass, but it's a different perspective. And I think that nuance is what jams people up. They run around and say they this, and that, because the entrepreneur takes more risk because they're moving after an ideal, a concept. And it's just a different discipline. The small business owners there that sometimes they're not even trying to grow. I mean, that passive growth, or we have it. Now, is it mutually exclusive? No. I think you can move up and down the ladder.
Right.
But I think it's important to say, and I'm gonna say it ad nauseum, because having gone through all these phases, I probably was an entrepreneur always, because I was always doing wild stuff, like, I was like, yo, we could do that. I'd be like, yeah, okay, let's do it. All right, yeah. We ain't got no money, man.
Right.
We got money. What's that? So
we'll find something along the way.
Yeah, we'll find it. Whatever. It'll blow up. We'll be good. Whatever. So, and a big part is that in entrepreneurship, it kind of becomes your lifestyle. Like you lock in. You lock in full fledged. You in it. So those three things. So I say that before to get that back to the point. When do you decide that you're none of those? I need to go get a check because I can't. This is too much. When do you, or better yet, not when, because sometimes a decision is being made for you. But is it? I guess the better way to put it, man. Do you? It's hard for me to say a failure in business is a failure, and that's the entrepreneur in me, because there's always a lesson in it. Because I know I'm gonna come back. Because
it's not really you can just. I think it's a mindset thing at that point. It's not really failure. It's like you said. It's a lesson. What you allow, the situation taught you something that you didn't know, and you didn't achieve it. So it's not really a failure, right? It's a loss, not a failure, but you can learn from it. And so what didn't I learn? But that's the daily question. What can we improve on today?
Well, yeah, but I was saying I'm sticking with the people that walk away. I can't do it.
Oh, yeah. Well,
now I'm done. Like, what I'm trying to say is that
that's a crawl space right there.
Yeah, but I'm saying into the validation of no, it just wasn't for you. That doesn't mean you were, you know what I'm saying? It was. That's why I don't like using the term failure, because I think in the United States especially, it's easier to start a business. I mean, this whole side hustle and gig economy is is codified in the United States. I mean, people always been, they figuring the way they sell, they weaving baskets, they braiding hair, whatever. In the hood, they've been doing that. You know what I'm saying? But now it's codified. I have a side hustle. My side hustle, I make $200,000 a year on the side. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like that. But I'm saying, when you make an attempt at a business, you do it. I guess where I'm getting at is how many people keep going past. It's like it's really over. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want to, because we don't deal with failure. Like it's like if you didn't make it in business, like you will lose it. Like I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't believe that.
I think based off of what we do and who we encounter, I think when it comes to the level of detail and paperwork outside of the experience and the enjoyment of being a technician and generating revenue, doing the work for most people and generating the revenue is the high. Those are the high moments.
Mm-hmm.
Right? As you get further down the road, you hope to continuously keep that high tide, those high moments. Right? But that's not the running of the business. The running of the business is the detail. It's the project management. It's the implementation of things. Right? It's the community you serving or the people you're serving, where you're constantly refining their needs, aka your target market. It's what we deal with every day: taxes, and accounting, books, left side, right side, balance sheet, asset, liabilities, expenses, income, cash flow. Those things, right? And so I think when we get to that, I think when people get to that side of the world, and that's where they really need to hang out at, outside of being a technician, I think that's probably where reality probably kicks in, either reality or denial. Because then they say, how long can I ride this wave without really getting on to the other side, which is the operational side? Paperwork. It's paperwork.
Well, there's paperwork, but then there's just a general, like, there's a je ne sais quoi. There's something to it. There's something to it. Like, and everybody, no one does it one way. I mean, I say, I agree with that. But I guess what I'm trying to attempting to go after is, how do you reconcile in your mind? Let's say you're an entrepreneur, right? You're like, yo, I'm all about doing that. This thing isn't working. I need to walk away.
It's different for everybody, like you're saying.
I know, but this is where I think, where I'm trying to say the pressure point is. Sometimes people waste more money trying to stick around instead of saying, yo, and then they hurt their chances of coming back. You know what I'm saying? They're like, it's okay. I think in society, this is probably bigger than business. We have this fake success thing out here, thanks to, like what we on social media. I mean, we could be here. We could be trunked out, iced out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got my little thing, but that's
see your Coleon.
Yeah, I got. But this was, if my man called me a frugal genius the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so my wife called me frugal all the time. I say she called me cheap. Like she's calling me cheap, but she'll keep saying, no, I'm not calling you cheap. I'm like, you calling me cheap. But if you know the story on how I get certain things, you'll understand. That's my thing. But,
there's a method to the madness.
There's a method.
But see, that's all a part of. That's another episode. But But that's
Yeah,
all
that's
a part of being a business owner, right?
well, yeah. So, but it ties into that. I don't even remember the point I was making. The point I was making was social media can have us looking a special way, external affirmation. So everything when it comes to business is around success. No, very few people do stories on failing businesses. So the psychosis is, if I start a business and it
You can
doesn't
do
work,
it too.
yeah, you can do. Not only can you do it,
You can
you'll
do it
be
in
successful.
12 hours.
Yeah, if you give me $39, I'll tell you all the ways that you can start making $10,000 a week right now.
Or 3 million in 3 years.
No, without a doubt. Without leaving the comforts of your home and quitting your day job.
Oh no, wait. Just offer your phone. That's all you need is a phone.
You can do it in
You
2
don't need
hours a
no
night.
computer. You don't need no computer.
Yeah, we do it in
Just
2 hours a night.
Just your phone.
2 hours a night. That's all you need to put in. So this is what we got. We got a world where we're like that. But people that do anything, that accomplish anything, any type of project, long term or building something, realize that failures are the prelude to success. Oh boy, say that again. Failures are the prelude to success. That without failure, because failure tells you if you tried something and it didn't work, it gives you to say, "Well, that didn't work." Like, okay, that didn't work. It's not a character judgment. It's not saying, "Oh, you failed. Oh, you're terrible. You're not here." So what I'm saying is that people will go in and they'll try to keep it moving beyond the point. Now, there's a point where it's like, okay, dog, most cases when you run out of money, you get done. But I'm saying there's people that'll be like, they do it, it didn't work. A year. And they're like, oh, I'm out. I'm ready to be out. I'm gone. And that's fine. But what I'm saying is, and it's rhetorical. We're not really going to answer it today. I'm just putting it out there for thought to say, yo, wait a minute. Is going back to saying, yo, you know how many people I know, myself included, when you start something and you like, yo, I got to pay my bills. I need to go find something real quick. I'm not in what I'm doing, but I got to fall back to leap forward. Damn, I'm telling you, what's in this thing?
You're on fire today. It's that Coleon.
That white label, son.
It's that Coleon.
It's that Coleon, you know what I'm saying? But but do we take that as failure? The way we take failure is jacked up out here, man. I'm just saying, like, yo, come on, man. You do it. So when you got people that stay in the game too long, and there's some people who stay there too long. I guess my message would be that if you get out, you can always come back. That's what American economics are. Love it or hate it or whatever. In America, we pay people for the weirdest things in the world. You can make money doing some real bizarre things in the United States. Some impractical things. You can make money, like lots of money. There's people out here making lots of money, and I don't even understand, like, why. You know what I'm saying? But that's a financial flip side deep topic.
So let's go through some bullet points, though.
Go ahead.
We don't have an answer, but we got some bullet points.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go through some bullet points.
All right, we'll put them up. You over there, you control it now. Are you gonna put the bullet points up, or you just?
I'm just gonna run them off, man. If anybody wants these bullet points, we have them documented. Shoot us an email, and we'll send it out to you. Financial strain. The sub bullet points are insufficient capital and funding. So people look at that as a loss. That loss is tied to, again, paperwork, accounting, bookkeeping, so on and so on and so on and so on. Right? The inability to generate consistent revenue. In the beginning, you can get some revenue. You're a technician, you're good at it. But how do you consistently do that while growing the business?
Mm-hmm.
Right? How do you consistently do that, growing the business, increasing revenue in the same capacity as when you started? That's stress. Can't wear all of those hats. So again,
Mm-hmm.
you have to put people in place, processes in place. You know, I'm gonna throw out a word, but I think this word doesn't really get utilized to the deepest extent. Business plan, but we're not talking about something on paper that sits on the shelf. We're
Mm-hmm.
talking, it's an active, live enzyme that is working, it's living, it's breathing. What you think about today, 9 times out of 10, if you do things right over a period of time, you'll have bumped into a new thought, new idea, a new individual, new situation, a new opportunity that can turn the page in the business for good or for bad.
All right.
High operating costs and debt burden. Whew. I'm just gonna kick out this money. I'll make it back along the way. That's the hustle mind state. Nothing wrong with it. But again, you have to apply that to the other side, the paper side.
Mm-hmm.
Tracking, forecasting, managing, budgeting, all of those things. Right? Now let's get to the real crux of the matter: emotional and mental stress. So, overwhelming stress and anxiety, burnout and fatigue, lack of work-life balance. Those are real. We encounter them every day. We encounter them through simply, um, I need help with my taxes, right? And then that elude. And once we start peeling back, it gets to these things that I'm chiming off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Inadequate planning and strategy. So I just said the word, but lack of a clear business plan. Poor market research and understanding of the landscaping. James said it earlier, landscaping of your industry. Ineffective marketing and sales strategies. So in the 7 stages of business, you have lead conversion. You have lead generation first, lead conversion, closing the sale, retention, and turn them into recurring clients. Fierce competition and market saturation. Everybody wants to be a genie in the same place,
Yeah, of course.
right? Differentiating. How do you differentiate? How do you not say everything and be everything that everybody else is doing? Hence, there's a lot of things on social media that people actually look alike and they're saying the same thing. So how do you differentiate? Who's who? How do you even know who's doing what? Because it's kind of the same tone, the same industry, the same wearables, it's the same.
Of course.
I'll
Man,
pause right there for a moment.
I'm saying this is a copycat league. So this is like the NFL. It's a copycat league. People like copycatting. You know what I'm saying?
And I guess that works for some people. Me, I'm not, so really so judgmental in that area, because some of this stuff is entertainment for me, and because you can learn from all kinds of information. Because information is important. It's how you perceive the information. Is the perspective you gain from the information. Perspective meaning the walk around. Can't get stuck in perception because perception is an individual's reality, but may not be the reality outside.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, well, all those items They're going to the technical. So that builds the foundation of, okay, these are the things that you're going to face. You have to do. Yeah, this is what you're going to have to do one way or the other. It happens fast. A lot of times you're not going to be able to sit there and think about it. They happen one way or the other. You run in the business. But in order to do that, we talk about it, and we said it on the show multiple times that you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And I think for some people, it's hard for them to admit when they're totally uncomfortable or they above their head. I mean, we've had quite a few. I would never tell someone this. I mean, we've had calls where I'm like, yo, this person is too much for them. It's not my job to tell them that. That's not what we're here for. But it's too much for them.
So when we have and the flip side to that is we have ways, or we have programs that help with these things, right? Just because we identify the gaps of, even though we may pick up on that's something that's really evident. There's a program to identify those gaps early on to decide if that person or that organization can be moved forward. Along with that, helping them to realize, hey, this could work, this couldn't work. These are the things that you need to shore up and change.
Yeah. And that's so, absolutely correct. But as we hit the bottom of the hour, it's about to get real now.
Oh.
Well, the fact is, it doesn't matter what program you're going to go through. It ain't going to work for you. Yeah. See, this is what I'm trying to say. That there's a point in time where it's not you. And the reason I'm saying this is because there's so many people around here, or not around here being the internet where we are right now.
Yeah.
That go into this thing and they dilute information that people are putting out there. Everybody thinks that I've talked to a few people. I saw something on Reddit too, where people just admitted it's not for me. It's not. I suspect there are more people that should say it's not for them, but they're so stubborn and we're so locked into visual. And it's hard for people to be like, man, this is a lot. I mean, this is the thing. Over the years, I've had people say to me, hey, I really impressed or something that you have your own situation. It's not for me, whatever like that. But more often than not, people, and I'm not saying you shouldn't be encouraged, but you have to be. One thing about owning a business, operating a business, is that if you're going to be successful, you have to get into the realm of reality. Because your bank account, I'm skipping financial statements, whatever. Your bank account is your reality.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the way it is. You can put every technical term, all these great, accounting and financing and business axioms and all that. At the end of the day, especially small business, your bank account is your truth. That's it. Because you can't do a darn thing without cash.
And the less you have in there, the more these ailments that I just named off rise. They get higher.
Yeah. But the less you have, it also tells you your truth.
Because that's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Check this out. Mm-hmm. Because the hardest thing in the world to do is to do everything you're talking about when the bank account is in the red.
No, that's what I mean. Like anxiety gets higher. Lack of work balance, all of that, it increases and heightens that when you got less. We're saying the same thing.
Yeah, we're saying that. You got a body, man.
Because I like to give the people relatable things. Because I might say something that they're experiencing right now that ties back into the cash flow, and they like, oh wait, that's an identifier for me, right? Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
for me, I'm like, listen, when your bread messed up, you can't think right. That's just a fact, man. You're not gonna be your best you when your money messed up. It don't matter what that you could do yoga and tai chi, and you have to keep building yourself up.
Yeah.
When your money is messed up, yo,
Yeah.
you on red on Saturday, you know you got payroll on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
How long can you put up with that?
True.
And and can you, not only do you have to deal with the clear and present danger, you have to still do all the things that you're talking about to make sure that to pull out the rut. Takes a lot of emotional, mental, physical energy to do it. Everybody cannot do it. So that's what I'm trying to say. Do these people run around and telling everybody, yeah, I mean, you can't do it coming out the womb. Can you learn how to do it? But it's a decision. It's a choice. It's a choice. I don't remember one of the things I'm reading, but you know the concept because you went to like gladiators and stuff, whatever. But it's about it's burning the boats.
Yeah, true.
There's a point in time where if you're going to do it, and this is more so for startups, self-employed people, it manifests itself different. That's why I made sure to identify this earlier. It manifests itself different because you're closer to going back to a job when you self-employed.
Yeah.
When you're doing all the work, you can easily rationalize and be like, I got to handle all this stuff. You know what? I'll go get a job, get my check, and I'm good. When you own a business up, you have to decide. And I've seen people own businesses and they, doing all right. They like, and then, and sometimes your family circumstance, whatever, things come up. But I think but at some point, some people burn the boat. I'm not going back. Don't matter. I'm not going back. Burn the boat. Me, Ray, I burned the boat. I burned the boat, man. I burned the boat.
Because you know what? Because having the freedom.
Yeah. Well, the freedom was worth more than having a boat or shore in case the battle go wrong. They burned the boat, man. It was so. What I'm saying is that, listen, because there's enough doubts in the world, and there's enough doubts in the running a business world. If you always have that, well, I could just go get a job. Guess what?
You're not burning the boat.
It's gonna cover your decision making.
Yeah.
It's gonna cover. Like, look, I give a personal story. So Petty P is on the. I'm on it. No, it's serious. What I left when I retired. So I love saying that. When I retired in 2010, the natural inclination, I had clients before I retired, but the natural inclination was, man, you looking, cats offering this a year. You like, yo, son, I'm chasing cats for for tax fees now that I would absolutely laugh at. I'd be like, yes. Basically, what we getting paid to do. Basically, the full tax return is what we do in consultations now. The fees for the consultation is what I would charge it for full service. You know what I'm saying? I might even go get your car washed for free. I do your tax return and wash your car for free. That's what I was doing. So naturally, I'm looking and I'm like, man, I just walked away from a job. You know what I'm saying? Full bennies and all that. So of course you keep looking. You look, and whether it's part of your not your ego, but just to know that, okay, I'm valued. Because right now, you getting pauper stuff. You're not even close to what you were getting. So you psychologically, you're like, oh man, well, I could go get this job and get this and get that. And in accounting, recruit to this day, I get people calling me. They literally, I had a practice for 13 years, and people still send me stuff like, hey, we have this job. Are you interested? As a senior, like, are you kidding me? No, I'm not interested in that. Like, oh, I'm not doing that. But I used to look, man, were we still doing one ads back then? I don't know. Hey, how might possibly? I think I did part-time TurboTax 2 seasons, but I had to literally tell myself I wasn't going to look at job postings no more, because I said if I want to do what I want to do, if I keep looking at these job postings, I'm always going to have an out. I ain't going to go through the pain. As soon as the pain get up, as soon as it gets a little painful, I know that option is there. And I say it all the time now. I say, well, if things go seriously wrong or seriously good, or I made a different circumstance, I know because of the credentials and experience I have, I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But there ain't no boat waiting for me back at shore. I'm too far in now. Boat go back out there. I would be the worst employee ever. That would be terrible, man. I would be first of all, me getting there or even getting online at a prescribed time, chances of that, I would be terrible. I know this about me, but what I'm trying to say is that there's a conscious decision, and I see this is different for people that are determined. I'm not saying being irrational and being ridiculous, like, you burning 20,000 a month and you only got 5,000, so you doing all types of foolishness. But there's a determination where you burn the boat. You say, yo, I'm not going back. And the beauty is you can always change your mind. But what I'm saying is you have to tell yourself that I'm not going back. There's no way out of the only way out of this is for me to succeed based on my plan, which goes back to all the voodoo that you do. But the thing is saying that, yo, I'm not going back like that. Or it takes just as much strength to say, this ain't for me. I'm folding up shop. Now, we can get into things that if you have a little something, can you sell off assets? Can you do this? Whatever. You may say, I'm taking in a partner. I'm bringing money in. But see, that's when you burnt the boats. You're not going back. So you're looking for all resolutions. You say, yo, how I do this? Could I do this? Can I go do this here? Man, do that. These are the things that I guess, and there's a two-sided coin we're talking about today. I started with when you say it's not for me, but I think probably the better question would have been, when do you burn the boat? Because if you burn the boat off drip, you're not going to be preoccupied with going back. But if you don't burn the boat, that means there's an out for you and there's a point. But where's your point where you want to go back and get on the boat? You're going to say, I'm out, man. I'm going back. Invasion didn't work. I'm going back home. Like, when do you do that? And it's not a bad, what I want to say is it's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of these people that's like, yo, listen, it didn't work. That's okay. You still got to pay your bills, feed your family, and the stress level that it takes to run a business, that it takes to think about growing a business, to think, there's a sacrifice. Even though I hate using the word sacrifice, because in the business we're in, there's no blood, guts, or glory. I mean, it's sacrifice. I mean, what I sacrifice. I can't go to the Usher concert when I want to, even though some people I know did go to, but it's neither here nor there. But my point is, I'm a different beast. That's all I'm gonna say.
So should you burn the boats early?
It's up to you. You don't have to burn them day one. That's what my story was. I didn't burn it day one, but at some point I was like, yo, why are you looking at that?
Well, now that you're further down the road, not saying that you're going to tell somebody when. I'm just saying, now that you're further down the road, experience-wise, would burning the boats day one still been a benefit to you?
How about I put it to you this way?
Some people boats get burned without them even attempting to burn the boat.
Yeah, some people's boats get burned. They burned up full.
Oh, they never even had a boat.
They get off.
They never even had. They was on the boat. And they
was on the boat. They got
and
burned
they didn't even realize they was on the boat. And so,
that's a different story. I mean, for me, I think I burned the boats day one, and then I started looking for another boat. I think I burnt because I was going in hot. Yo, fuck God, I ain't never going back. Yo, it's like that. Then, but when you come from, at anybody, if you go corporate, whatever you that, that money. I mean, it's good. You know what I'm saying? So no one in their right mind is
you don't even have to turn out the lights. You don't got to turn out the lights. I don't went from here
to down here, even though I know one day I'll come, but it's a drop. Shoot. Like, no matter what you say, it's like, shoot.
Mm-hmm.
There's no one in their right mind that will sit here and tell me. You be like, yo, man, it's rough out here, man. So I think I look back. Maybe I'll put it to you this way. I burned the boats. Then I went back to the beach and looked at the burning boats and said, well, man, yo, maybe if I take...
maybe I could save a piece of wood or something.
Yeah, maybe if I make a raft, I could go back. That's what I will say to that. Then eventually, it's almost like, dude, and that's what I did. I found a little raft. That's why I did the TurboTax. I was like, yo, I gotta get some bread, man. So, but I needed something that wouldn't take me out of, like I didn't go work retail or nothing. I was like, I needed something that
keep you still. Yeah. Well, see, that's the other thing.
Like that. Then I went to, you like, yo, the game is real out here. You sitting there. I was like, oh. Then after 2 years of that, 2 seasons, because it wasn't continual, you would do it, I don't remember, January to April or something like that. Then after 2 seasons, I guess that was me burning the raft. And I said, yo, man, I go for mine. Like, like that. And that's kind of where it was. But it was an inflection point. Could I turn at that point, I'm not that far in. I could have went back to work. I could have said, yo, man, I'm gonna go back to work. I'm gonna go get. I've been making all right bread. Like I'll be making pretty good bread now. Now, would I probably be filling out this whole screen? I'll be like, yo, 350 or something like that. I'll be like, yo, what's up? But first of all, I wouldn't be on here. So that's
True.
Number one. So it's a trade-off. Like that's a big thing. But if you're realistic about your goals, and even for your business, I think that's another thing that happens too. People get a wild hair, and I'm gonna start a business. I'm gonna go into business. But what do you want out of the business? Like quantifiably, not I want to do well. I want to be able to take care of my family.
Wealthy, what is it? Financially independent.
You're financially independent.
Financial freedom.
Generational wealth.
Ain't that the goal?
Okay, what dollar amount is that? Huh? I don't know what dollar amount is. Say this is where I fall back, and I'm an accountant now. What number is that? I don't know what it is. What's that? I don't know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like that. For some people, that's.
I mean, it's a good thought.
Yeah, right. But it stops. It's a full stop.
Yeah, it's how do you get? Because we're people. We're a world of we acquire things.
Oh yeah, stuff. The stuff ain't.
So you get past a certain point of having a certain amount of money. You're like, oh yeah, I could burn this. It's like burning when you get to a point where you could burn $500 or $1,000 on something, and you're like, that's equivalent to $5 or $10. That's where you start losing.
That's when you're doing it, right? You're like, yo, what's up? Yo, I'm a $500. Yo, I'm buying a section. What's the Geo's nothing? Yo, yeah. So that's but here's the thing: most people don't even know. Like, you really don't. Some cats, they know they got their stash, and then
yeah. Not this doesn't apply to everybody. You know what I mean? But that's a different type of room.
Well, okay. So you know what? I'm gonna link it up. So we can say that it's easier to burn money than to burn the boat.
Well, because you're gonna get, I guess the mindset is you get more money.
Yeah, you got a pleasure center.
Yeah, I could burn this because I got a next job coming up. Or I got this new account coming up. Or I got this coming up. I could burn that money and I'll be okay, right?
But this is the best. People that are in business, they take your whole point of, what you laying out there. It's not your point of view, just what you laying out right there.
Mm-hmm.
But then you come at them with something to burn some money on the business. It's like resistance. Like you like, yo, man, you should start running some, Facebook ads or something, man. You only gotta spend like $200 a week. $200 a week? Yo, what? Yo, you just spent $1,000 at clubs, like just to get a bottle of $25 champagne, and so just like it's
So
ridiculous.
That's where math is important. You know how many people go to school and don't like math?
Which is crazy, but they like spending money.
Okay, but again, math is important.
Functional math.
Functional math. Like, when I talk to my son, his favorite subject is math. So when he talks to me, he talks mathematically. I talk to him logically, I think.
Yeah.
Right? He talks to me mathematically. And I through our conversation, I'm like, how you even get there? He's like, just makes sense. Right?
You understand what are you talking about?
And then I'm having conversations with you or our other partners.
Yeah.
Other partners
in the win.
Yeah, man. Our network of people. And we talking, accounting work and business numbers. And then obviously the language of business is numbers. Makes sense. So to your point, investing $200 for marketing ads, it's an intangible thing. People don't see the value. They don't know how to take that 200, look at the conversion of that 200 into, cost per lead, clickable actions, forecasting over X amount of period of time. When is your cyclical moments throughout the year in the business, seasonality, so on and so forth, right? So I know I just made this complicated, but I wanted to highlight that.
You took it to the next level. You took it, but you could bring it back to the question up top. Should that person be burning the boat or burning the business? Because they play. If you spend $1,000 at a club and I'll tell you, yo, man, you spend $200 a week to increase your revenue, and you get me out of resistance, I'm just gonna speak for myself. You have no longer. I'm not paying attention to you no more. Like I literally, I'm not taking you serious. Like I'll just be like, oh, word. Okay.
Yeah, because there's plenty of people out here that are very serious, and they just may not be raising their hand for whatever reason, right? So you gotta make room for those people. You can't really even though sometimes we get caught up in trying to entertain people and help people, that we go, okay, man, if we could just get them past this little thing, this the way of thinking to the broader scale, they'd be okay. But again, like you said, wasting time.
Yeah, I think I was there, but I think I'm
because we got to ask ourselves when we're gonna burn the boat of enablement too.
Yeah, we're gonna burn the bridge. If we gonna burn he'll burn the bridge. Like, yo, man, I can't. I think I'm there. I really do think I'm there. I'm like, because my thing is that how can we be more accountable or self-accountable for something you say you want to do? So, in short, this is the tap out episode. I'm like, yo, some people need to tap out, man. Like, you want to do what you want to do, or you can do whatever. Listen, there's plenty of places, plenty of practitioners, people that help you out and all that. This probably isn't the best marketing message, but whatever. My point is this. Growth is hard. Growth is not easy. Growth in anything is not easy. Personal growth, spiritual growth, relationship growth, economic growth, business growth. It's not passive. You have to put effort forth to do it. So, too many people come around, and this is a lot of messages. I'm gonna stop using those absolutes. Too many. There's people out here that say, "Hey," they talk about things in terms of, I don't know, fantasy land. It's fantasy land. But they want to do what they want to do, and they want the world to conform to what they want to do in their BI. It doesn't work that way. So, you know, and my thing is that often they don't humble themselves enough to learn. To say, yo, I need to learn this. I mean, because it's a vocation to be like, I have to think about 3 months from now. I have to constantly think about, you know, it's a constant thing, which is why I know this ain't made for everybody. It's 24/7. Yo, you always thinking about stuff. Wherever I am, I'm always thinking about my business and whatever businesses I'm involved with. I'm always thinking about them. As you become more, it doesn't make it so like I'm recluse, like I can't be social. Like if you follow me on social media, you see I was out somewhere Thursday night. You know what I'm saying? I was on the block. Doesn't mean like that. I get dragged other places too, but you know, my default is being the crib though. But that has a lot to do with the times and the weather and my body. Old North Carolina. It's old. I was on that birdie back, bro. But you know, people just they come to you, brilliant ideas, wonderful ideas, and in a MBA course or a what's it, SBTC webinar or something?
SBDC.
Yeah,
that too, right?
Yeah, any of those things, an incubator, they're going to work perfectly. Absolutely no flaw. They're going to work perfect. You're going to find your core customer. You're going to market to them with just a little bit because they always blow past marketing. Always. Like all these things. Because very rarely you have a marketing person. And then a lot of times you have a corporate marketing person. So don't get me on that. But it's going to work perfect. Your plan as written is always going to be perfect. Your plan as implemented most likely will not be. So at that point, that's where do you decide like, yo, and you went through the phone. When you decide, yo, man, I can't. And it's okay. It's okay. That's what I'm saying. It's all right. It's not made for everybody. That's why, probably a bad example, but Walmart is the largest employer. There's large employers, huge companies that sell to everybody that can pay people money to hide. I mean, you know, like you ain't got to work hard. In some of these places, you really don't have to work hard. Like, you know, especially after you've had your own situation, you're like, it's a piece of cake. So, like, if I actually could keep my mouth shut and follow directions, going to have a job would be way easier for me. But I'm just a terrible employee. That's all. I mean, I'd be terrible. Man, you know, because this ain't about me. I'm just saying, if you can do that, so it's okay. I think that's my whole thing. It's coming from a place of.
It's come from a place of love. It's come from a place of love.
I was trying not to use the cliche, but I was like, yeah, like, you know, it's all right. Because there's even a case, but there's other iterations too. I just believe that just starting with this three-pronged prism of ownership and the side hustle, that's like self-employed, you know, minus or whatever. I'm thinking like a musical scale, flat, self-employed flat. So is you know, you got a side hustle that may turn into your full-time employment. Then you go to making a business, and you might have entrepreneurs. Some people take the elevator entrepreneurs. Those are the psychopaths like me. All right, I'm not a psychopath, but what I'm saying is the people that go all out and go bananas.
Burn the
We come
books.
with ideas and try to implement them and change the world and stuff, all that good stuff. But
Yeah.
what I was just trying to get across, which hopefully we did, that there's a deep level to this thing. And take half a minute to think about it. When you come up with your brilliant idea, which I encourage, be realistic with yourself to be like, man, because all right, going in where they say that the businesses fail in the first 5 years, and the technical aspect, yes, the cash flow, they undercapitalized and all this other stuff. But I personally believe,
It's just an honesty thing.
I think it's mindset. I think if people start businesses so high and they believe that it's going to, it's like blind optimism without any information.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what happens is, yes, you hit that valley because you're going to hit a valley. All businesses hit valleys.
Yeah, true.
All of them do.
True.
You hit that valley and you hit face first.
Mm-hmm.
And you like, oh, snap. Especially if you have success out the box. Like that, that hurts way more. You
Beginner's luck. Beginner's luck.
It's like, it's over. So I'm done. I don't know what to do now. That hurts way more than like, you ain't really getting nothing, and then you sit there like, yo, man, I can't pay nothing. I done mortgaged this. I done sold that, man. Sold my PS5 V, all my J's. I'm selling that because of the
sold my watches.
Yeah, it's all my watches. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I mean, but when you come up and it blazes and then settles out and peters and then because instant success often means that you're not cognizant of making changes. So when it happens out the box, you're like, oh, it's pop. My idea worked. I'm good. Yeah. Except the world is always changing.
Mm-hmm.
So your idea, your static plan may be irrelevant for November 4th, 2023. So you know what I'm saying? If you wrote it this summer, the dynamics have changed. The world has changed. So that's the challenge, man. We see this went all somewhere else. But anyway, I'm just saying it's okay to be in business. It's okay to try a business. It's okay to fail in a business. It's okay to try again. Mm-hmm. It's okay to decide this ain't for me. But what is not okay to do is perpetuate give a false picture of what being in business is. It's easy. Just do this. Just do that. Hi, I can coach you. I've have years and years of experience at business coaching courses. That's I'm gonna stop it, man, because somebody gonna get at us if I keep doing this. but my point,
I got us covered, son.
All I'm saying is that we live in a society, and I mean, I guess it's the roaring 20s. You think about it, it's like the roaring 20s. It's the Great Gatsby. It's just that it's not necessarily glamorous, but everything is glitzy.
Well, there's a reason for these type of conversations that we're having, right? There's insight, there's actuality, there's real human emotion, there's real human anxiety, there's real human information. These forget how we're spelling it out, putting it out to the world. For those that want to tune into the things that we're saying, it's real. We engage with people in the business, outside the business, in their own business, networking, partners. It doesn't matter because we're in the people business. This world is about people,
Yep. Yes,
right?
sir.
And so, you know, yeah, we not glamoury and glitzy and
I know.
you
We
know
both wearing black
scripted,
sweatshirts, which is bananas.
and we use some sort of etiquette here, but we like to laugh and have fun at what we do. But it gets real on the other side. It's real. That's when I was saying earlier, the paperwork, the operational end of things, which is the paperwork, that's real. That's the unsexy part of
Oh, unsexy.
being in business.
Totally unsexy.
The sexy part is, yeah, I'm making some money. I could call myself my own person, my own boss.
CEO.
I
I'm
got
CEO.
employees. I got staff. I got,
I'm boss.
whatever. I got a nice stuff. About to take me 6-month hiatus vacation, so on and so forth. That's the sexy part. But it's the unsexy. That's where it happens. That's the realness of it. And so, yeah, again, we run into situations, people are based off of whether somebody told them something, they did some sort of Google research, and they come full blast and they go, yeah, this is what I need. This is what I know. Boom.
Yep.
And then you ask the question. There's a question asked that they didn't even anticipate or they never even thought about. And that question is relayed to their current situation. And now it's like, and so to James' point, at what point do you say, this ain't for me? At one point do you say, when do I burn the boats? Because I'm not going backwards. We're going to move forward. So take this information, and just keep, just keep looking just keep searching, keep looking, keep asking, keep applying, keep implementing, keep growing, keep learning. The key here is to learn. That's the other thing. Gotta learn. Gotta read. Gotta talk to people. Gotta learn. Like the learning is, I think that's really it. It's the learning.
You got to be willing to learn.
But it's willing. Well, see, again, some people have strong will, light will, no will. They don't understand they will. But so willing is the first piece of it. Yeah.
That's why you shouldn't be in the game.
Yeah, but see, again, say, here's where I go with that.
I know you.
I'm willing to learn, but I'm willing to learn up to the point where my vulnerabilities show that I don't even know what I think I know. And so now I gotta go learn some more. Or when does my learning get to a point that I've learned enough to go ahead and do X, Y, and Z?
Yo, man. Well, all right. We gonna, you know what? We're gonna do another show on it.
We're gonna do another show. I mean, I'm in the moment. I get you.
I know, because I was about to.
Yeah, I mean,
I was about to go there.
I know we here right now, but the honest questions, the being okay with if you fail, lose, whatever. It's a lesson. But on the flip side of that, it's like when we get off of here, we're gonna chat. We're gonna have our post-production meeting.
Yeah, which is longer.
And then we're gonna go. Then we're gonna go learn something.
Yeah,
because we done spark something, and then when we touch back bases, right? So it's the learning. It's the learning. Learn, people.
Well, it's mad learning.
Read something.
But you gotta learn how to burn your boat.
Read something.
Yeah, read something. Read what you wrote before, if you wrote anything. Y'all write something. You know what I'm saying?
Write your thoughts down.
And I think this is good. Y'all got insight into our production meeting for the next show. It's a production meeting right now. Listen, we over time, but this is the production meeting. We just forgot to turn the recorder off.
Cameras off.
Yeah. But learning. I think learning, we can explore learning, and we can go and learn on a lot of stuff. We probably could get some people to come in and have conversations about learning with, because it's perpetual learning.
Yeah,
you have to perpetually learn in this thing. If it, like I said, if it's ebbs and flows, every day. There's impossible for you not to learn something every day unless you want to keep, and it's not about
abuse that.
Yeah, I mean, how can you not learn? I mean, unless you don't want to. And so my point is, it's like, yo, if you don't want to, then there's limits. You know what I'm saying? There's limits that you can go. And just to put there's limits this anyone can do to help you. There's limits. I mean, if you don't want to learn, and we teach through numbers, we teach through the language of accounting, we teach through that. You don't want to be bothered with it? I don't want to be bothered with you. So I know we don't this dark turn, right? Listen, this is not to any one individual, but I'm just saying, like, come on, man. Yo, it's not what you said is not a game. And if you don't want to learn, and people get caught up in some real, in my opinion, minuscule details. So with that, I'm going to be quiet and say thank you for tuning in, checking out our video. Check out the YouTube page, YouTube channel. People have seen the shorts up there. I will say this. Thank you to all the new subscribers. We've gotten some new subscribers in the last month, though.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What up?
Yeah, we got up, so we getting new subscribers. We growing slowly, but this is a community, so it's not a mass consumption community. So tell people, look, I just want to put it out there, and we're different, and what we're talking about, we're no better, smarter than anybody else. It's just a point of view that, we feel like our experience. We should share our experience.
Gotta get out of you.
Yeah, it's not about being right or wrong. We sharing the experience.
It's a sin to learn things and hold on to it and not share.
That is absolutely true. And what we're saying and what we're doing is like, look, this is our experience. But I don't think these conversations are happening enough.
Right.
And I think a lot of them are happening with a lot of glitz and glamour.
Right. Without
a lot of substance.
Right.
And so I perfectly, there's so many things I've just accepted, So look, so we thank every subscriber. Hit the notification bell so you know when something new comes on. But we thank every subscriber for listening. Hopefully we can help you think about more things, adjust your mindset, or keep your mindset or come to conclusions. Ask us questions, enlighten us. Say, yo, y'all dudes, first of all, y'all need to stop wearing black sweatshirts and put some color in your life. Okay, cool. Yes, say that. I ain't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, boom, do that. But anyway, we're on YouTube, we're on LinkedIn, we're on Facebook. We thank you for watching. In 2 weeks, we coming, man. We're coming around the bend, son. Yo, man, this year is almost over.
Hit us at HeywardCPA.com. Hit us at biztherapy.info.
I think we're gonna do something ill New Year's this year. We gotta figure out something ill. We might have to get a spot, have people come through. Oh yeah, I'm thinking of like for real.
Wait, music. Can I drop? We got to work on one of my.
Yeah, you got to work on that. I'm thinking of us finding a place where we really live, like for real. Like we got people with cameras piped in, like some of these big time DraftKings joints. We have people stop by. They actually physically come by wherever we recording it. I'm thinking it could be out of control. That's
Hey, should we drop the NC the new URL? Should we make it?
Oh, no doubt. Yes, for sure.
So we for our medical practices, ncmedicalcpa.com. I'm gonna drop it up here for you real quick.
That's right, yo. Right? I'm in production today.
NC
medicalcpa.com.
Medicalcpa.com.
If you got a medical practice, holla.
All
Learned a lot about that
lowercase,
business
all
too.
lowercase people. Don't worry about it. All lowercase.
Yeah.
All lowercase.
Ooh, check us out.
ncmedicalcpa.com for all medical practices. We have
Wellness,
some
health and wellness. You know, even if you like massage therapists or something like
massage
that,
therapists, yogi,
yoga, Reiki, any of that good stuff.
any come and reach out for us. So tell your
Yeah.
matter of fact, here's a spinoff for those that are subscribers and do run across our videos. Tell your doctors.
Oh, no doubt. They doctors. That's it. We might get you a free something. A free. Check it out. We'll send you an autographed picture
free
of
code.
us. 8x10 glossy.
We sign up your doctor. We'll pay one of your co-pays. One of your co-pays.
Ah, no doubt. That's not bad. But we need to see your policy first, because you may have us messed up out here. We ain't doing all that, dog. You be like, yo, copay is what? Like, nah, I need to put you in my insurance guy. Yeah, I'll be like, yeah, let me put you in my insurance guy.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, so all right, well, cool. Well, there it is. We chucking up the deuce. Until next time. Peace. And peace in the Middle East, literally, like really, peace in the Middle East. Like this bananas. But all right, we out.